Ladies and gentlemen, with Tera, and good morning to you. Election day, the will of the people will be expressed today in these United States of America. Welcome in, Tera. It's good to have you on the Rancho. Again, we said that the number of times you've been here is the number of times that Martina Navratilova won Wimbledon. So
right.
You guys can look that up. Tera's an institution here, and I always look forward to her visits, even the very strong coffee that Tera, what did you tell me this morning? You're like, my coffee's like water, right? I mean, you boomers, right, can't, how did you put it?
Baby boomers like their coffee watered down. Generation X like me like it's strong, and the millennials I don't even think drink coffee. I think they drink energy drinks.
Yeah, energy drinks and fruity drinks and stuff like that, bobas and things like that. But anyway, guys, I thought it'd be fun this morning with Tera to kind of think back and reflect on YouTube. And Tera, I came in January of 2013 as a creator. But I'd watched YouTube for years before that, but you were on like 2008, right? So
I had a channel in 08.
Yeah, in 08. And when did you first start uploading?
08.
08. So that's a long, I thought I was around a long time. That's a long time to be on YouTube. What would you say? I mean, we didn't have hangouts back then.
We had the girl gang. We would vlog.
Yeah.
You, me, and Shay, Amanda, and Francis, and T-Girl Kitty would just have dancing videos.
Yeah, exactly. But there weren't public hangouts. There was nothing on YouTube that the live streams, and I think that that's the biggest change, because before live streams, it was all about the creativity of YouTube. Right, and then when live streams came in, it changed the whole complexion of YouTube to individuals going live, and then panels sort of devolved into drama, and it was a big pathway to drama and things like that. We were certainly a part of that with 2015 and the 2014-15 starting in the what was known as the BOYT, at that particular time, the bottom of YouTube. And it was kind of a glorious time, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, yeah. One reason was because there was no script, and there was no fake drama. It was the real deal.
Yeah, it was the real deal because, well, one reason I can say that is we didn't know any better. We didn't know that people would be so interested in the dynamics of, I don't want to say a bunch of land of misfit toys at the bottom of YouTube, but we all kind of came in with our own baggage and our own stories and stuff. But it's really changed a lot now, where, in my opinion, live streaming has pulled people towards more and more outrageous sort of content for just views for the sake of views and things like that, and it attracted a lot of people that like to do drama every single day, and we got into all the stuff with the kids that were lost or whatever, or kidnapped, and rescuing these kids and all this stuff under the pretense of really caring about the kids, and going out there. And I guess I always said to myself, if you really cared about it, if there wasn't YouTube, would you still be out there doing the same thing that you're doing on YouTube? And of course the answer is no, right? I mean, the answer is no. So Tera, what do you think the biggest change you've seen over the years has been since you've been on?
The change in live streaming?
Yeah,
or
no,
YouTube?
just the change in YouTube, the whole complexion of YouTube in general. To me, it's gone from innocent and playful to now it's just like, stiff punching and stuff like that.
Well, remember, my first experience was somebody told me I should end my life. So I think it's always been like this.
Well, you had one particular person that you were kind of surprised you left a comment and this person commented back that you should off yourself or whatever like that. But you're not inexperienced with that, because when you worked in Arkansas on the chicken picking line down there, tell us that story of this guy that threatened to off you right there.
Well, I was working at a chicken assembly line, Tyson's Chicken Manufacturing,
Arkansas.
In Arkansas. So
how much were you getting an hour to smell it?
That was too long ago. I don't remember.
Like $4.
It was minimum rate.
Yeah.
Minimum wage. But at the front of the assembly line, I'm putting the chickens onto the cone, probably 30 a minute. The guy next to me was cutting off the thigh, 15 a minute, because two people are cutting off the thigh. One person's putting them on the cone to go down the assembly line, and the guy cutting off the thigh told me that if I mess up, I could cause him to get cut by the guy next to him, because they're all cutting off pieces of the chicken quickly, you know.
How close are you working next to somebody next to
like you and I?
Wow, that's tight.
So he said he'd kill me if I messed up putting the chickens onto the cones going down the assembly line. So
I'm laughing, but I'm crying for you. All right, I'm just saying. Were you like nervous or?
Yeah, because I'm only 19, 18 years old.
And oh man, I couldn't imagine that. It just took the fun out of working at a chicken picking plant over there. But I think subsequently the story's even better.
No, I think I was 16 at the time.
16.
Anyways, so that happened, and I don't remember what else happened when he was there, but the very next day after he threatened to kill me if I was to mess up putting the chickens on the cone, the very next day he didn't show up for work, and nobody knew why. And then the next day came, and the supervisor said, yeah, he got arrested for stealing a cop car. And they chased him in the stolen cop car, and he went to prison. So wow. He never came back, fortunately.
So for you, justice was immediately meted out on this guy. He probably went to Hot Springs to have a nice soak or something. Decided to take the cop car for rapid transportation and all of that. But to me, it was a lot of fun before YouTube videos, before YouTube live streams were possible. You had Google Hangouts, and when the Google Hangouts ended, they weren't saved. They didn't go over to YouTube or anything, and that was the biggest change to me when they started going over to YouTube. It started to turn it more into a social media platform than a video sharing platform. Because when I first joined, the tagline was broadcast your life was the tagline at that time. And now I don't think they have a particular tagline. But I noticed over the years that the creativity really started to decline, the incentive for people to create videos and things like that, because creating videos versus live streaming it's a totally different animal. The live streams are gratuitous and immediate. You see some people that have drama will get 8,000 to 11,000 views on a drama stream.
One thing you don't remember is the layout was changed. You don't remember that early layout, do you?
No, I don't remember the early layout. I just remember the boxes when Google would have it. But
the layout was very different and really cool.
Yeah, I'll tell you one of the weirdest things I ever saw on YouTube in a minute. But anyway, the whole creativity started going down because people saw that if you did drama, you would build a community. But then I noticed over time, no matter how tight you thought the community was, there would always be a time when, like a beehive, people would tear down the hive. You put the same people together day in, day out on panel, and inevitably we had it ourselves, inevitably you're gonna have conflict and stuff like that. We had this splitting into different live streaming people and all that at that time. But I noticed that that immediate draw of views for live streams started sucking some people away from doing recorded content, because recorded content is a much slower path. But the problem with the live streams is once they were over, nobody ever went back. Some people might watch it the next day, but once it was over, you know, it was like a dead fish, and YouTube never did anything to promote those live streams. Whereas creating video content is a much slower process, but you look back at a video a year later, you know, 5, 10, 15, 25, 30,000 views, something like that. So that's the biggest change I saw, was this shifting to just hitting the button to go live, and that would be it. And I don't think that worked to YouTube's benefit. It might have worked for people that enjoy the social media aspect of it, but it didn't work for video sharing. And I really thought that TikTok exploited that opening by not having panel things and stuff like that. It was always just you and your creativity on TikTok, and it was like little chicken nuggets of stuff that you could watch in 15, 30 seconds and 3-minute things. But I'm not really sure what the future is going to be. But the weirdest thing I ever saw, is there something that was the weirdest thing you ever saw on YouTube?
That's a separate one. Weirdest thing. Did you ever hear about the person who stuck a piece of cake in their butt?
Oh, I don't even want to know about it, man. I haven't even eaten breakfast today. Okay.
I didn't see that one.
I mean, how far are you going to get it in, right?
The weirdest thing. You know, a lot of the weirdest stuff, Rosie, is from mainstream media that they put on YouTube. TV shows and stuff.
Yeah.
Let me tell you one thing. And this is interesting.
Be gentle with me.
It's cool that I remembered this story, because it's fascinating in a way. Amanda May found a video on YouTube of a way. She found a video on YouTube of a way to kill yourself without any pain. And the video was taken down because people complained about it. Obviously,
of course.
And
like
then
how to build a nuclear bomb.
Exactly. And people.
We're part 2. We had a video limit here, but go ahead. So they had this video. They would take the video down
because everybody complained, obviously, and it's wrong to have that video up.
Right.
Because obviously you're giving people an idea that's bad news.
Yeah.
And then the video would come back up, but I'll never forget. Amanda found the video, and I think she even put it up on her own channel. And Nicole was upset.
Yeah.
But I won't tell anybody how.
Yeah, don't.
I won't tell anybody how it was done.
Yeah, thank you.
But there is a way.
Okay, well, we don't even want to lead people to.
Exactly. I would never want to tell anybody. But it's a sad story, but it's an interesting story.
I'll tell you, the strangest thing I ever saw was, I used to do YouTube hangouts every Wednesday and Saturday. Wednesdays were 6 hours. Saturdays were 8 hours. And they were really like marathon affairs. And we always had a lot of people, 10 people on panel and all that stuff. And it was pretty wild. But I remember that YouTube had a limit that you could only have 10 people on hangouts. And one night, I don't know what happened. Somebody entered the chat, and it was so weird. We had 11 people on. 11 people on panel. It's like, how in the heck did that happen?
Well, one of the funniest things that would happen to you would be somebody would come in your hangout and delete each member one by one. And remember when it was just me and Teresa left?
Yeah, they would knock me out of my own hangout, and I just figure, how in the hell do I get this thing? Because you're blocked, you can't get back in at that particular hangout. So that's about the time in April of 2019, after about oh, I don't know, maybe I don't know, maybe 1,000 hangouts by that time. I just decided it was turning into that where people were knocking me off of my own hosting of the platform, and I decided at that point I just we had the whole Dave the Fisherman thing and all the fallout from that, and I just decided, you know what, I've done my time on the rock pile of hangouts, and turned that over to Cooper, God rest his soul, and it just kind of devolved from there. But quite a lot of memories. So.
But let me say one more thing. One of the biggest aspects of YouTube itself is the fact that we could go there and grab a video of something mainstream around the world like that, and you own it.
Yeah.
You could grab the video of something going on in South America in a town nobody's heard of that was mainstream in that area, and it would be on YouTube, and you could take it and download it and put it into your hard drive.
Yeah. But I do think that things became more dark, and I don't want to say evil, when people started to develop activities that they thought would lead to more views. There was always something about looking for missing kids and going down and protesting where a family's child was kidnapped or something like that I always found distasteful, and that seemed to really accelerate and maybe reached a peak about 2 years ago. And I thought that was pretty bad for a couple reasons. Number one, the unspoken assumption is the cops they're not doing anything to try to find this missing child, which automatically brings, a bit of dishonor to police departments and things. And number two, like I said, I can't think of any particular video or stream in this genre that ever brought a child, ever found a child, ever, or ever did anything to the contribution of a recovery of a child. And that I think is the point where I really thought that things started to get really distasteful with what YouTube was hosting on here. We were so far away from video content and creativity at that point in time. It was just milking the process for that. So that was kind of a turn off to me. But anyway, Tara, a lot of great memories with you sitting there with your coffee maker behind you in your house down in San Diego there, and Tara would leave the hangout time for my hamburger, right, and go make your.
And hamburger. I literally would make a hamburger.
Yeah, there you go.
Ezekiel bread, because I would drink alcohol.
Yeah.
Finish it up with a hamburger. I wouldn't have a hangover the next day, so a hamburger after a hangout worked out for me.
Yeah, you got some meat in your mouth after the hangout. So, all right, guys, we're going to close it out. Some great reminiscing and stuff. Your comments are welcome down below. Do you want live streams to come back next year? And all that craziness. Tara already pushed the yes button on that. But, who knows what 2012, I think 5 years has been a long time to not be doing that, and maybe I'm re-energized or whatever, but it would be kind of nice to have some OGs like Drury back and some other people on a panel, and be like, catching lightning in a bottle or whatever. So I'm going to close it out with Tara today. We got cigar shopping to do today, and then figure out. I'm going to make some beef stew, or no, I think we're going out for Chinese food tonight. So, and tomorrow we're going to be seeing the boss and Janet, and catching up with them and find out about the boss's crabbing and fishing adventure on Sunday. And unfortunately, there's like probably 5 people that have died now on the coast of Sonoma here, the opening weekend of crabbing with boats capsizing and all that. It ain't no joke. So we'll get the story from the boss, what it was like out there, and if he caught anything and on opening day. as you guys know, I got off of the rocks because it was so bad over there. The weather was so bad on that day. But we'll get that tomorrow. And then I think Bobby, I'm going to invite Bobby to come over on Thursday. I'm going to make my clam chowder on Thursday. So lots of stuff to look forward to. There's going to be some videos in the meantime. I think I'm going to take Tara up to Healdsburg today. We're going to look around Healdsburg. Unfortunately, I could never get signal to do a live stream up there, but we'll grab one today. All right, guys, your thumbs up are appreciated. Your comments are welcome down below. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe. Hit that bell for all notifications. Thank you, honey. It's good to have you up here again.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
Take care, everybody.